continuing our lessons on the line of destiny or line of fate or line of Saturn, and today it's our last video on this topic, and we are going to see how lines can change, which is always what I'm so excited about. So we are going to see about 4 examples of lines that have changed, and my first one, you have seen this one actually in the last video, or one of the last videos that I made, and it's when there is a large island and this island has actually disappeared. So you see, in this case, this lady, she had lots of problems at work, and she had created a lot of jealousy and a lot of enemies, because this is usually what happened when you have an island on the line of destiny. But she changed her attitude. She changed the way she was seeing people. She started to open her heart a lot more. And you can see how on the second print, the island is disappeared. So the island disappeared and all her problems at work disappeared too. Wonderful. Now, our second example, you have actually seen this example in a previous lesson where I talked about a break in the destiny line. And this was the first print. There was a break in the destiny line. So as I mentioned, a break on destiny, a lot of problems that force you to reevaluate your life. But are you going to do it? Or are you going to just decide, oh no, this is the end of the world. I'm never going to get out of this. So as you can see on the first print, there was a line of interference, an obstruction line that was hitting both the headline, thinking, and the line of destiny, what should I do? So this was a very difficult time for this person. But you can see on the second print, which I took maybe about 10 years later, not only the line of, like the line themselves have mended, but it actually got longer. The line of destiny is longer. It starts earlier. And this is why I don't want to do any predictions, because if you look at a line, usually you are going to see maybe the age, and you say, okay, this is when I was young and this is when I am older. But in this case, you see how the line has actually got longer when the person is younger, even though the person is getting older. What is this about? And this is because the person is getting more anchored, more in touch with what he's supposed to be doing in life, more in touch with all his experience that he has had and how to bring it together in order to accomplish something. So this is a beautiful story and a perfect example on the fact that never get desperate, never be upset because your line may not be as good as it could be, because you can always change it. Now, our third example is a typical example of a person who developed his understanding on the meaning of life, and he developed a lot more wisdom. And this is when you have a line, a vertical line, any vertical line on the mount of Saturn is going to show that you are developing this wisdom. And this is a typical example of a person who he started to do a lot of martial arts and a lot of meditation and trying to find the meaning of life. And he did find it, and the line actually got much stronger. And our last example, it shows the benefits of taking prints over a long period, because you have the same person at the age of 10, 20, and 30. And you see some changes. So I have identified the good things in green and the not so good thing in red. So at the age of 10, you can see that he has a love of truth line, which is beautiful, very wise, very like an old soul. At the time, he was really interested in psychology, like amazing for a 10-year-old. But you can see that the rest of the line is relatively fragile. So he doesn't really know what he's supposed to do. He has lots of choices and is not determined. He hasn't found his way yet. Now, at the age of 20, you see that the line in the middle is a lot more connected. However, he has lost his love of truth line. So he doesn't have as much wisdom as when he started. Now, at the age of 30, a lot more connected. He knows what he wants to do. He's very driven. But the love of truth line, it has not reappeared yet. Now, I am saying yet because it may appear again, but at that time, we know that he can be very successful, but is he going to be happy with his success? Because this is what happens. We may have all the money in the world, we may have beautiful children, we may have a great job, we may have a great house. Are we going to be happy? And I'm not sure that in this case he is going to be happy. But he can always develop his love of truth line because he had it when he was 10. So he can actually change his outlook on life and be a lot happier than he is. And successful at the same time. So this concludes not only my video today, but also the whole series of 7 videos that I presented to you around the destiny line. And my only desire, or my most important desire, is that it gave you hope, knowing that there is no fate but what you make. It's all about what you decide to do with your life. And this is my message for this series of lessons and for today. Bye-bye now.